Are you an employer that has an employee who just doesn't respond to you at all? I have a client and she's really struggling. This employee is taking the right to disconnect and the right to not communicate at all to the extreme. And she's finding it so frustrating. She needs to be able to ask for shifts. She needs to be asked for certain documentation, particularly in the NDIS space as well. So you're thinking there's legal obligations for the employer and the business owner to meet. And then we've got employees that are potentially they're casual or they're part-time and they're not working. And so we need to be able to communicate with them by email. The challenge for you as an employer is not to be resentful and get pissed off with them, but to also understand that they do have that right to not respond to you if they are on leave or they're not on shift. So what do you do here? It's like a can't win situation. So my suggestion is make sure when you're employing someone that you speak with them openly and honestly, that clear as kind message again, of what your expectations would be, understanding that they don't have to respond, but having that respect, so having that relationship that they know that you wouldn't be asking them for something if it wasn't urgent, and you can put that in the subject line. That's a really good way to identify for your staff, this is something I do need you to action because you're not back till Monday and this is Thursday and I do need it for Friday, for whatever it might be, okay? So there is that fine line. But for me, when you've got the right staff in your business, they will always act in the best interest for you and your business. So that is key, right? But if you have inherited an employee or their behaviour has changed over time, it can be really challenging to navigate through that. Again, having open conversations with them, explaining to them the certain situation that's put you in a predicament of their lack of communication back with you, that's really important. But it's hard to navigate. That is part of the work I like doing with business owners and leaders, is to address these challenges, think of it from see it from three different sides really, and be able to come to a mutual agreement that is best for everyone. We don't want our employees always feeling obligated to have to check in and things like that. But at the same time, we as employers who are employing them, we do need to know where they're at and what's going on in their lives as well. So don't be fearful, but be open and honest with your staff. That's the best key, and try and employ the right people in your team. That's the best advice.